I have been a bit quiet on my social medias. I actually deleted Instagram and Facebook off of my phone because there's just a lot of noise out there right now, and it was amplifying my stress and my anxiety, and it just wasn't supporting me. And I tried to re-download them today after about 8 days away, and I made it about 5 minutes, and then I was just like, I still don't need this right now. It is day 10 now that I have been self-quarantining myself just for self-preservation as a chronic illness warrior. I was house sitting for the majority of that. I just got home yesterday, and so today kind of feels like when it truly begins. I really just wanted to reach out today because I know there are so many people out there, not just in the chronic community, people everywhere who are really uncertain and confused, and they don't really know what's happening next, and none of us really have a plan, long-term plan. It's really just a day-by-day kind of thing that we need to do, and I just want to check in, share where I'm at, and also allow this to be a space and a thread maybe where we can offer tips and ideas and tools that we have to help us move through this next uncertain amount of time. So one thing I just want to reiterate, that no matter where you live, no matter what's going on in your area, those that are immune compromised or at higher risk, I will say should, because I'm speaking to myself, should remain home and safe. I don't like the word quarantine, and I don't like the word isolated because they're very cold and scary. A friend of mine sent me this quote that I will absolutely botch, but it was something along the lines that like quarantine is hostile, but the Zen term is like a retreat, basically. And so I'm trying to think of this as a mini health retreat. Yeah, that's fun. So there's a lot of us that are in a retreat at home right now. And I know that a lot of people are completely out of work. We are some of those people, and getting on unemployment and all that is very uncertain and confusing. But again, one day at a time, and it's different per state, per country. And for myself, I know I don't want to get ahead of myself and stress myself out of things that are entirely out of my control. What is in my control? What I'm doing at any given moment. So I just want to share some fun ideas that I've had, that I've been doing, that I'm going to also start doing now that I'm finally home in my retreat. So day 10, here I am. If you follow along, you know that I'm an avid knitter, crocheter, crafter of all kinds. Those are things that I'm obviously going to still continue to do. They bring me a peace of mind. I feel very creative while I do it, and then there's a satisfaction of a final product at the end. I'm probably not selling any of my stuff right now because nobody has the funds to buy art, so that's okay, but I'm just making it and it's keeping me happy. But the one thing I want to say, just because we're advised to distance ourselves does not mean that you have to socially distance yourself. It's important to physically distance ourselves right now, but we can be so unbelievably social thanks to technology. And I have talked to a couple friends, and we've started coming up with some ways that we're going to remain social and connected. So one thing that I did that I'm excited about is I have a group of friends that we usually go camping or go to a cabin for Thanksgiving, and we're really into puzzles. So I bought each of us the same puzzle. I ordered it and had it arrive to each of our houses, so that way we can do that puzzle all together but separately. This is something that I think we can do with a lot of activities. So if you have the same board games, maybe you can play the same board games, or you can play, we've been talking about doing some FaceTime Pictionary, or charades, or having dinner parties. And I came up with this idea last night, but my partner vetoed it immediately. But I think someone will do it with me. It would be fun if we do FaceTime like TV shows or talent shows, or like teaching each other skills, like would be really fun. Like this could be a really fun time to hone in on a hobby or a skill that you've really wanted to and you haven't had the time or energy to do that. Well, now's the time to learn that language. Now's the time to learn that craft or that martial art skill or whatever it is. Now's the time. We can utilize this time to dive into something really new and interesting for our brains that will keep us engaged. Because I think it's very important for us to be mentally stimulated outside of the same conversations that everyone is having about what's happening in the country and with everyone's health and who's at risk and what does it mean, because that's really all anyone wants to talk about, and it's important to talk about, but it's also important for our hearts and our minds to have some diversity in our day. So those are some fun things that I was thinking about doing or going to start doing. This is a really good time. I'm always a big fan of meditation, but this is a really good time to quiet your mind, heal your mind, go within, and really find some serenity and balance there, because there can be a lot of chaos happening around us. I've also been doing a lot of binaural beats for immunity boosting. Binaural beats are like sound waves that you have to listen to with headphones into each of your ears, but it is supportive and healing, and why not? And so it begins. Today really is kind of like day one because I just got home. But I just want to let you guys all know that you're not alone. I know there's so many people that are feeling really isolated in their homes. Reach out. You're not alone. We're totally going to go through this together. We can have dance parties and sing to each other. Whatever it is, we can do. And please offer advice or ideas of thoughts that you have that you're doing or that you want to do to help yourself during this time. I pulled my back last week because I'm a grandma, I guess, which is very odd because, anyway, pulled my back last week and I'm not recovering from that very well. I've been doing all my things, but sometimes it's just not ready. So I'm just taking it as a gratitude of maybe it's keeping me distracted and still as much as possible. But I'm here. We're all here. It may not be seeming like it's going to be very interesting for a while, but at least we're doing the right thing by protecting ourselves and staying inside and being very cautious and cleaning, and you know the drill. I don't need to go into it, but I just want to reach out and say, I'm here, you're here, let's be here together, share what you're doing, share what you need, share what you want, and we can help each other through this. So as always, thank you guys for being here. Light and love, all the spoons, and I hope you have a happy, healthy, and wonderful day.